Today we're looking at the DS number 8. The model we have today is a front-wheel drive, all-electric Etoile model delivering 230 horsepower. DS calls this an SUV coupe, but it's really more of a fastback with a slightly taller stance, but a very French attitude. And that's the whole point. German cars feel like everyone's ordered the same thing off the menu, and the DS number 8 is more like the chef's special. The DS story starts with the original 1955 Citroën DS, and it became famous for its comfort, clever engineering, and just doing things a little bit differently. DS Automobiles launched as its own premium brand in Paris in 2014, leaning very hard into the French art of travel as a main theme. These days, DS is also very deep into electrification, and it's used in Formula E as a testbed for tech moving from track to road. So the number 8 is not just another new EV, it's DS saying this is our flagship, and this is the way we're going to do French luxury. So first impressions, it does have real presence on the road. It's wide, it's fairly low, and it's got that lovely coupe look. Up front, we do get this really beautiful DS Luma screen grille that just lights up the whole face of this car and makes it feel alive when you approach. It's quite dramatic, but also very classy. And then you've got these LED DS light blades, vertical daytime running lights. And on the Etoile models, you also get these ultra bright DS Pixel Vision headlights, which are designed to adapt the beam around the traffic without dazzling people. You definitely won't confuse this for an Audi in the rearview mirror. And the overall look, I think, is really sharp, lots of clean edges, and it's a modern French design rather than the retro French design we're seeing from other models right now. This is where the number 8 really earns the coupe part of the SUV coupe. The roofline sweeps back, and along the sides they're deliberately smooth to help with airflow, which I do think looks really stunning. The DS quote coefficient drag of 0.24, which is seriously slippery for something of this size. Wheels, you get 19 up to 21 inch depending upon the spec level you go for. We've got the 20 inch on here, which I think look quite executive, and it doesn't ruin the comfort. Now, a detail I love are these flush fitting door handles, and we've got hidden rear door handles just back here. So at a glance, it does look like a sleek two-door coupe. At the back, DS continues the lighting theme with the DS light blade elements. So it visually ties the rear to the front. It's quite minimalist, but quite distinctive. And yes, it's got a powered tailgate, and the opening does give super easy access. DS quotes 185 centimeters of clearance from the tailgate opening in, so you can get quite bulky items in here, and it's a very deep boot. DS says that it's up to 620 litres worth of storage space underneath this parcel shelf. They've also got this nice cube shape for usability and a boot depth of 1.16 metres, so you can carry longer items without having to fold the seats. It's worth noting though that despite the litres figure, the sloping roofline does mean that it behaves more like a large saloon boot in day-to-day than a boxy SUV, but there's still plenty of storage space within here. This is a big car. It's 4.82 metres long, 1.90 metres wide, and sits at 1.58 metres high. And it has a wheelbase of 2.90 metres, and that wheelbase does matter. It's a big reason for why this car feels so stable and relaxed when on the move. Sit in here and you instantly get the DS approach. It's not trying to look like a tech showroom. It's aiming for more of that boutique hotel energy, with nice soft textures, clever lighting, and a much calmer mood. And these seats, well, honestly, they are next level. On the higher specs and packs, DS talks about comfort as serenity, and you do really feel it. You get heated, ventilated, and massage functionality. And even better, you get this DS neck warmer, which blows warm air around your neck and shoulders. And it does sound a little bit gimmicky until you try it. Then you kind of wonder why every car doesn't have it, because it just feels amazing on these colder mornings. Material-wise, DS leans into Alcantara and Napa leather options with detail like pearl stitching and real Paris-inspired trim patterns. It's very crafted rather than just assembled. And on the hot day, the Alcantara makes a real difference. No sticking to the seat, no freezing in winter. It's a simple win. You've got this massive panoramic glass roof available, bringing loads of light into the cabin. DS fits the digital instrument cluster, plus the extended head-up display, which projects key information into your view without feeling too shouty. I also like that you can set the cockpit up exactly how you want it. Full map in front of you, or just a cleaner, more minimalist display. There's a 16-inch central display screen, and it runs the DS Iris system, which is quick and modern, and it supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's not the most intuitive system in the first 5 minutes of getting in the car, but once you've learnt your way around the menus and sub-menus, then it's very, very easy to use. And there's lots of nice little shortcuts that you can navigate around quickly when you're driving. Now, let's talk about the steering wheel. We've got this unusual X-shaped design. Some people will either love it and some people will find it odd at first. I'm somewhere in the middle, and you get used to it. It's definitely not the German standard. Buttons and controls are a mix. DS has tried to keep things accessible, like the climate controls. You've got quick access buttons down here, and we've also got lots of buttons here on the steering wheel. The good news is that the voice command system is very intuitive and takes the edge off. Things like the heated seats are so much easier when you can just ask. Storage is strong. You get big center console areas, lots of storage, loads of little compartments to hide all your clutter. You get a wireless charging tray. Cup holders though, they are located underneath this center console area, which can make taller bottles a little bit more awkward, but you do have then room in the door pockets for that. You get a digital rear view mirror, which I like because they haven't forced it upon you. It's a standard mirror until you flick the button, and then it does become a digital camera. Now, the clarity on the 360 camera is okay. It's definitely not the best in class I've ever seen. And at nighttime can be a little bit poor. So they have fitted parking sensors as well, just so you can make maneuvering at night much, much easier. Step into the rear and you can see what DS was balancing here. The rear is genuinely comfortable. I don't really like sitting in the back of a car, but I'm quite happy to be here. The seats feel really supportive, and if you're being chauffeured, you'd be very happy. DS even talks about rear comfort with a focus on posture and relaxation. The legroom is actually pretty decent, helped by that 2.90 meter wheelbase. The headroom though is a little tighter, but it's certainly comfortable. But you do have this beautiful view from the panoramic sunroof. It's an executive car first, but still covers the basics like ISOFIX points in both of the outside rear seats. Now we do have some nice little features here. We've got our central armrest with cup holders. Then we also have our own independent controls for the rear climate control and heating. Plus you get heated and ventilated rear seats, which is a real nice touch and not something you see too often. The sound system in this car is pretty incredible. We've got this Electra 3D sound system by Focal, which in the back, it's very, very immersive indeed. I don't know if you can hear that. This car has got double glazed windows and is exceptionally quiet. Comfort and calm is exactly what springs to mind when you're in this car. These seats are like the armchairs in your home. This is all about comfort, luxury and calmness. And it just makes the whole driving experience much easier. And we've got all these controls right in front of us, so everything is right there, and they're nice big chunky buttons so you can see them. And we've got quick buttons here on the dash and more quick buttons here, and everything is just within easy reach, which just makes the whole driving experience much more pleasurable. The first time I got in this car, I found the onboard computer a little confusing because there are menus and then sub-menus. But after 2 minutes or so, I very quickly familiarized myself with everything, and now everything's just easy to get to, and it all does just make sense. I like the fact that there's storage everywhere. You've got a little pocket here to keep your sweets in. You've got your cup holders within easy reach. There's no stretching out. It's been thoroughly thought through, and I really like that. And this massage function on this seat right now feels absolutely incredible on my back, so I'm loving that. So we have 3 driving modes available to us. They are normal, eco and sport. We're just going to put it in sport now as we join this dual carriageway, which just sharpens up the throttle response. It just makes that steering wheel just that little bit stiffer. It's never going to be a performance car. It's never going to compete with something like a BMW M5, but it's certainly got a lot of shove when you put your boot down, and handles the road exceptionally well. Now, this car has got an exceptional cruise control system. The new autopilot system on here is linked to the satellite navigation system, so it actually knows when the roundabouts and bends are coming up, so it can start to predict and slow you down in advance and get you ready. And you've even got a lane change where it will automatically change between the lanes when it's safe to do so. Right, so here we are on the open country roads, coming up to the bends, and we're going to attack this bend at 60. Slight curvature in the road, feels nice and planted. I mean, for a big old car, this is quite easy to drive. Not much body roll, which is good. It's a good thing. It doesn't roll. The suspension, for something that's got such soft suspension, it really doesn't roll in the bends. And it does hold, it's very precise. Being an automatic, this car's great, and one of the things it does have is full one pedal driving and auto hold, which is a personal favourite of mine. 0 to 60 is anywhere between 5.4 and 7.8 seconds, depending upon the battery size and spec you go for. Not being a performance car, every time you put your boot down, you want that nice smooth power delivery, and that's where this car really does come into its own. What's it like as a passenger in the rear?
Yeah, good.
Do you feel like you're being chauffeured in a luxury executive vehicle?
Yes.
I'm not sure about the driver. Vehicle's alright.
Like the look of this car? Head to rivervale.co.uk to check out the latest contract hire and lease deals available on this and many other makes and models. Browse offers, filter by budget, and see what's in stock for quick delivery. You can tweak your mileage, add optional extras, view the full spec and price it up in seconds. rivervale.co.uk. This version uses the 74 kWh net battery, and DS quotes a WLTP range that varies by spec and wheels. In the official guide, it's shown as a range band up to 364 miles depending upon the configuration. With DC rapid charging up to 160 kilowatts, DS is quoting 20 to 80% in about 26 to 27 minutes depending upon the battery. If you're looking at the long-range versions, DS has been very loud about distance. They've published a real-world run where two number 8 long-range cars covered 750 kilometers around Europe without charging and still had a bit of range left at the end. That doesn't mean you'll do that every day in the UK, in winter or on the motorway, but it does underline what the car is built for: long-range comfort. DS keeps it fairly simple. You've got Palace, Etoile, which is the model we have here today, and there's a Jules Verne edition too. There's three main outputs: front-wheel drive, 230 horsepower, 74 kilowatt hour, front-wheel drive long range giving you 245 horsepower from the 97.2 kilowatt hour battery, and you also with that battery get an all-wheel drive long range option giving you 350 horsepower. If you're an exec commuter, motorway heavy, or you do regional business miles, the long range version does make the most sense. If you want the strongest DS luxury tech showcase, the Etoile is the sweet spot because you get the full French theatre. Prices in the official DS material have a starting price from £50,790 on the road, rising into the £60,000 range for higher versions. The obvious competitors for this include things like the Audi A6 e-tron, the Mercedes-Benz EQE, and the BMW i5. This car though feels like it's made for business executives who want comfort, something a little different. People doing big motorway miles who want a calm cabin. Company car drivers looking at business contract hire or salary sacrifice. It's also a great client meeting car. It not only looks expensive, it feels expensive. And it's not the same badge as everybody else in the car park. If you're shopping with your heart and your diary is absolutely full of motorway miles, then the DS number 8 is a really strong option. It's comfortable in a way that feels properly premium. The ride is brilliant. The seats are just outstanding, especially the massage function and that neck warmer I'm loving. It's also got French flair, not fake flair, and gives real attention to the materials, lighting, and a sense of occasion that you don't always see in German alternatives. But if you want the sharpest driver's car, then a BMW or Mercedes-Benz is probably likely to edge it slightly for that steering and sporty precision. As a long-distance luxury EV, This car really does stand out and it makes you feel like you're traveling in first class. The DS number 8 absolutely delivers. If you've enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And we'd love to hear your thoughts and any questions you might have. So please drop us a comment below. And finally, if you haven't already, please do go and hit that subscribe button so you can see more of our upcoming car reviews. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.